happening, fellas? Feast your eyes on this classic 1975 Yamaha RD350 original paint survivor. Now this is a bike that we've been working on this for over 2 years to get it to where it is right now, and she's ready for a new home. The entire bike has been completely dismantled and completely rebuilt from the bottom up. We've been working on this bike so long that this was at Jeff Castine, the Manic Mechanic. He's been with us for coming up on a couple of years. Before he closed his shop, we bought this up to his all-sport cyclist shop over 2 years ago and had him completely rebuild the motor and do some other services on it. We used to bring a lot of stuff up to him. He's on board with us full-time now, of course, but he completely took the motor out of the frame, clean painted the frame, clean painted the engine blocks, split the cases, went through the whole motor, did the top end over, bored it out, new pistons, new rings, new base gasket, new head gasket, completely dismantled the carburetors, completely rebuilt the carburetors, repainted the carburetors, repainted the engine, the cylinder head, cylinder jugs, went through the whole thing, put the stock exhaust back on the bike and tuned it up, got it running real good and sent it back to us. And then we struggled with a lot of small stuff, like we needed to get the original seat. We tried recovering the original seat. It didn't come out that good. So we actually bought this. We bought this seat online. It was $524 delivered for the seat, which is kind of pricey, but that's what they go for. And it didn't include the hinges, so we had to buy another seat off eBay for $125 for the seat. So the total cost. We have over $800 into the seat, okay, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. But we wanted to make it right, and you want to know what? It is what it is. That's why I always say you're better off to buy a bike that's restored than try to restore one. You see the seat base is new, the battery is new. Nothing like the new foam of a brand new seat too. It's super comfortable. It's a ride all day motorcycle now. We also had to send out the side cover to be professionally painted because the paint job on it needed to be redone. So we left the tank original, but the oil tank had to be sent out and professionally painted. We had to redo the graphics on here, actually both sides, the graphics on both sides. Let me bring out the work order because I'll probably forget some of the stuff we did to it. There's like Kyle had said, we probably forgot a lot of the work that we've done on the bike because it's been worked on for a couple of years on and off. But Jeff definitely completely rebuilt that motor and the carburetors and painted the frame. And we got it back from him. There was a bunch of other stuff still needed to be done. The brake system. Now this is a bike that sat in the garage for 25, 30 years not running. That's why we had to rebuild the top end, the cylinder and everything. But we also had to do some other major things. Zoom in on them fork lowers there, or fork uppers, the fork sliders. These were actually pitted so that you would have been able to put new seals on it, but they would have leaked. So we bought a brand new, completely dismantled the whole front end of the bike, put a brand new set of fork tubes in there with new fork seals, fork sliders, fork oil, so the forks are completely rebuilt. We also put a new front brake caliper on here. See this right here? That's brand new. Excuse me. I'm sorry, master cylinder, and also this brake caliper that's been replaced also. So caliper and master cylinder are all new. The brake line kit on the front is new. The throttle tube is new. The fork tubes are brand new. Fork seals, dust boots, and fork fluid is new. The turn signals, all four of the turn signals are brand new. Has a new chain on it. If you look closely, you'll see the front and rear tires still have the hairy nubs on it because the bike's only got about 20 miles on it since we completely rebuilt it. So new tires, front and rear. New injector oil. Of course, we repainted both side covers, and as I mentioned, it has a new seat. We replaced the foot peg bar assembly underneath the motor there. Replaced the rear brake pedal and rod assembly. Replaced the rear brake light switch. The fuel line and filters and the oil line are all new. New oil injector line kit. It's got a new regulator rectifier. Hold on a minute. Wow, that thing sounds nasty. What else can I say about it? Oh yeah, new tires front and rear. I don't know if you could hear us because the other bike was running, so I'll just go over it again. Of course, new injector oil, new cane and air filter, replace the brake pedal and rod assembly, new brake light switch, new fuel lines and filters and oil lines, new oil injector line kit, new regulator rectifier, brand new seat, and a new set of mirrors also. So just a ridiculous amount of time and effort went into this. Over 2 years we worked on it on and off. Struggled with some of the things like the seat, and then finally we just threw in the towel and bought a brand new reproduction one for $524. This is the receipt from HVC Cycle, $524 for the seat. That didn't include the seat brackets or the seat hinge, which we had to buy a complete seat with it because the seat didn't come with the bike when we bought it. So a ridiculous amount of money went into the seat assembly, but hey, it's brand new. It's good to go. What else can I tell you? All of the aluminum and chrome has been polished on the bike, including the fork lowers, the levers, the headlight ring, the rims. Everything's been cleaned, polished. The bike was steam cleaned, degreased. As I mentioned, Jeff had completely painted the engine and the frame and the swing arm. We were painting the kickstand, the center stand, the gauge surround up above the headlight. If you zoom in on that, you see that was repainted. The headlight ears were repainted. We polished the fenders, the forks, the bars, the levers, the wheels, the exhaust. It's an original exhaust Survivor. It looks original because it was restored to look original. The original factory paint job on the tank was buffed and polished and waxed. It's got 2 coats of carnauba wax on it. And the bottom line, this is the nearest we could come up with, was the invoice from All Sport Cycle for rebuilding the motor was $2,400. He also did a few other things on that invoice too. It wasn't just the motor. And then combined with the parts and labor done here, the total of 24 hours in-house here, plus parts here, the total came to $5,348.34 is what I have on the work orders over the last 2 years, getting this where it is, which this is why I always say you're better off buying one that's restored rather than doing one yourself, because we probably could have sold it as is for $3,000 and done nothing to it. Now we've put $5,000 in parts and labor, and we're probably not going to get that back out. But some of the trials and tribulations we had, we ordered this front fender right here is the original fender that came on the bike. I ordered one online that I thought was nicer looking than this one, and it came in and it was worse shaped than this one. So, and I spent $200. It was $125 or $200. I don't remember on another fender. This one's got some damage up front here, and I wanted to replace it, but I couldn't find a better one. Guys, the bike's 47 years old. They don't, you know, these aren't like these don't grow on trees, guys. It's almost a 50-year-old classic Japanese sport bike. It has original bars on it, original gas tank, original fenders, original engine cases is a matching number. Original has original exhaust. So to me, it was worth redoing it. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. It's got a little ding in the tank right here. Got a little patina on the paint, little patina on the chrome. The original bars show a little bit of patina, as does the original exhaust. You can see there's spots where like the battery acid might have went through the chrome on there, but it's original, and they're only original chain guard. It's just original rear fender, original tail light, and no, the chrome's not perfect on it, but hey, it's almost 50 years old, guys. The good news is the engine's rebuilt. It's got brand new forks on it. It's got brand new tires on it, new battery, and it's ready to go. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. My first street bike when I was a kid was my brother's hand-me-down Daytona 500, and I traded that for an RD350 because I wanted a faster bike with a 6-speed transmission. The Daytona only had a 4-speed transmission, and it was more of a cruiser. I wanted something that would ride wheelies all the way up the street, and this thing will ride wheelies all up the street. They're notorious for road racing. These were real popular on the road racing circuit. Lots of potential, lots of aftermarket parts, exhausts, pistons, heads, porcupine heads, all kinds of cool stuff is made for this bike to this day because it's kind of a cult classic. So we restored it like original. You can take it any direction you want. It's going to be rolled in the museum and put on display today until it finds a new home. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Guys, it's kind of disturbing to see this, but when one of the guys unboxed this seat in the shipping department, they actually ran the razor blade down deep into the box, and it actually scratched the seat. Come closer. You're not going to see it unless you go. No, you got to be right up on it. I want to. This is just a scratch here, but it actually cut completely through on two of these little bars right here. So just want to disclose that. My $820 seat assembly is got a little damage on it, but that's the beauty of running a restoration shop with 18 guys. I mean, Mr. Nobody did that one. I can promise you that. But anyways, I got to disclose that to you. Won't affect the functionality of the seat. A little bit of a vinyl repair kit on there, and it'll be good for forever, pretty much.